Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the CKC channel. I'm your host, Field Master Calvin Klaassen, and we've got a special guest in the house tonight, guys. He's been here on the show before. Welcome, International Master Mohamed Henry Steele. Welcome, Henry.
Hey, Calvin. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. Good to have you on the show again. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. It's good to be back.
Okay, and a bit of, how shall I say, a bit of lightness today. Or maybe I can't say too much lightness because some guys are already taking this variant serious. But of course, we are talking about, or I'm talking about this brilliant new variant that Lorenzo and Craig has come up with, Paradigm Chess30. I don't know if I'm allowed to, but I thought I was typing a few things and I was thinking, okay, every time I have to say Paradigm Chess30, and I was thinking PC30 for just the acronym. But in any case, so guys, we have an interesting show tonight. We are going to have Henry showing one of his games that he played in a social gathering we had recently, and we are going to see what these dragon bishops can do and the nature of the game. And afterwards, myself and Henry, we're going to play a Blitz game just to show you some live action once again with these dragon bishops. And then finally, we're going to have one of our viewers actually tuning in and playing a game against Henry or myself. It depends on the viewer, but I think the viewer probably would want to play you, Henry. So yeah. So today's game, who are we gonna look at? What game are we looking at today, Henry?
It's my game against Daniel Barish. Yeah, it's a very tough tournament. It's playing with a different piece. It's very hard already, and then throwing Fisher random into the mix as well. It just adds like another level of complexity.
Yes.
So all my games were they're so difficult that it's I mean it's hard to really to choose one that you want to show off to somebody because you feel like there were so many mistakes because it's such a hard game to play.
It's almost like we're back in the Paul Morphy era where you're still figuring things out and so on. I get you.
Exactly. So yeah, so this game was, I think, maybe the only game where I didn't feel in trouble at some point. So yeah.
Okay, so you had the white pieces against FM Daniel Barish.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, and we've got this position here where yeah, this is a correct position, right? But it's almost the same as the standard position, but the knight on the right side is actually on F1 and not G1, and the dragon bishop is on G1. So guys, just to remind you, those are dragon bishops. The red bishops are not normal bishops. This variant, the dragon bishops move like bishops and like the Zhangyi horse in Chinese chess. So I think it's one straight and one diagonally. Yeah, so if you've checked out the previous show, then you'll know exactly what we mean. But we're gonna start off with this game, and then you'll get the hang of it. So okay, Henry, let's go.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, it's a little bit strange. Like I don't even know how exactly to analyze because you don't know really what exactly is going on yourself. It's very interesting. Yeah, I just want to check this. So this is take back, right?
Yeah.
If I want to show something. Okay.
Cool.
Goes okay. So E4. Okay, he played F6.
Okay, so that immediately shows you that, I mean, if you're looking at this board and you're thinking it's a chess game, then that's the first shock. But in this case, I mean, the dragon bishop is already opened up with F6.
Yeah, so the dragon bishop can come out, maybe go to F7, and I mean, even from F7, it controls E5 as well.
Indirectly,
so,
yeah.
Yeah. So D4. I mean, I think even though just talking about normal, like kind of Fisher random, I mean, obviously there's no opening theory, but I guess like the normal opening principles are still important.
Yes.
You know, like trying to control the center and get your pieces out and get your king safe.
Yes,
And
definitely.
obviously the same thing I think still applies here. So getting control of the center obviously
Very
seems like a
important,
logical
yeah.
thing to do.
So yeah,
Okay.
f6 port to d4. Thanks, Boom Shaka, for letting us know.
Okay, let me just get the game open again. Okay, there we go. Okay, d5, which that makes sense. It's fighting for the center.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, maybe I should just it's best to take it. I don't know.
Because I mean, you're enticing either the queen or the dragon bishop to come out, and
yeah.
And in this game, the dragon bishops are actually worth quite a lot. So same principle might, or similar principles might apply to, no, don't get your queen out early because she's valuable. Dragon bishop might also be.
Yeah, I mean, maybe here I can win some time by chasing the bishop around. Just it's important that I don't play knight c3, but I start with knight e3, I guess.
Okay, can you tell us why not? Oh, because g2 is hanging. Okay, I'm
yes, because this little pawn on g2 is just
okay. Yeah, and then of course the dragon bishop will have to run away.
Yeah, dragon goes back. I'm not yeah. Maybe
sorry, Henry. Just give me a second. I just need to hand my keys over here. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Someone needs to move my car outside. So, all right. So yeah, I mean, you didn't take on d5.
No, I mean this would be possible as well. I guess. I mean the nice thing about the dragon that I can quickly show maybe is you can play like here. I could maybe play g3, and then let's say just a normal move like knight g6, and the bishop can come out. The dragon bishop can come out to f3.
Yes, looks like a nice development.
Maybe this would have been good.
So, but you must have seen something nicer if you didn't do this.
Yeah. Not sure if it's nicer. Yeah, so I played e5.
Okay, so you're playing an advanced French here.
Yeah, kind of an advanced French.
Okay, so what's your idea? Did you just want to grab space? I know sometimes, or especially if you're not familiar with the opening or anything like that, grabbing space in the ancient times was also a good idea. Okay, still. So are you just grabbing space, or is there more to it?
Yeah, well, it's twofold. I guess one, okay, you get a little bit of a space advantage, and the second thing is also the position stays closed, which I think it makes it a little bit easier to play.
So the dragon bishops aren't that volatile.
Yeah, I think in open positions, you know, the dragon bishops it can be easy because I mean we're not that used to how they move yet. It can be very easy to miss tactics.
It's an interesting strategy. So you're trying to just adapt slowly to these dragon bishops and not fully unleash them for everybody. Of course, to the viewers out there, the dragon bishop, for instance, the one on the dragon bishop on g1 is not able to move like a knight yet because of the pawn on g2. So whenever there's a pawn right in front of the dragon bishop, it can't move like a knight yet. So the reasoning behind Henry's strategy is keeping the position more closed would kind of restrict the dragon bishops a bit more, keeping it closer to a normal chess game. And of course, we all know what Henry does on the normal chessboard. So, okay. So e5.
E5, knight g6.
By the way, Boom Shaka, can you just repeat your question? We didn't catch your question. Boom Shaka asked you something, but we missed it while going off. So knight g6 putting pressure on e5.
Yeah, logical. f4 defends e5. Yeah. Okay, now the dragon bishop on g1 can come out as well. So it's pretty logical. I think, I mean, this structure, it's okay. I mean, normal rules obviously don't apply the same as in chess.
Yeah.
But this structure in a normal chess game, I would be very, very happy
Yes.
to get this, especially with the knight on f1 that can, you know, go to e3 or g3 and just support
Yes.
this, like f5. You know, it feels like with the bishop on g8 and c8, it feels very hard for black to. I mean, it's sort of like you can either exchange them and get weak light squares, or you can play e6 and they get
just
locked
block
in.
them all in. Yeah. Yeah. So it is
And
already looks nice that you have all the space, and black is suffering this block position already. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean the position is kind of closed as well. So I mean, I don't normally if you play something like this, you know, you make a lot of pawn moves to get like a big center. You fall behind in development, and if sort of the other person can blow the position open, then you can sort of like use a lead in development, and you can be in danger. But here, I don't think it's really a big issue.
Interesting.
So dragon to f7. Okay, so just checking the question. What was your strategy playing? Like, do you just develop or bring out your dragon bishops as soon as possible? The dragon bishop is it's worth more than a rook, I would say, depending on the position, but in general, definitely more than the rook. So you don't want to bring out your dragon bishop too early to a place where it can get chased away. It's sort of similar to the queen, where if you bring it out too early, it can just sort of get chased away or chased around, and you end up losing a lot of time.
Yeah.
I think something that's very important for the bishop, for the dragon bishop, I didn't think of during the tournament, but which I sort of realized afterwards, is it really wants an open diagonal, like more than a normal bishop, because like if you have an open diagonal into your opponent's position, then you can use that diagonal to move the bishop close, and then suddenly you have like a lot of knight checks, like forks with the knight as well.
Yes.
So I think open diagonals is something you really want. I think it's an interesting combination of a short range and a long range piece. But I think you want sort of that like open diagonal to sort of get it in where it can do damage. But you don't want to move out somewhere where it can be chased around.
Yeah. So yeah, I think there's a nice description over there. So maybe a short answer is maybe not so early, Shaka, to get those dragon bishops out. So yeah, but yeah, Henry's really describing it quite nicely, guys. So check out the game and see how he uses these dragon bishops. Yeah. So where are we now?
Yeah, bear in mind, I've only played maybe like 20 games with this, so maybe I'm talking complete nonsense as well. You know, things are still. It's nice. It's what's nice about this is, you know, things are still being discovered, and there's no sort of computer to tell you you're right or wrong. It's really
that's
sort of up to you to.
I think that's a big one. I mean, it's so fresh.
Yeah.
No engines.
And you can really sort of discover things for yourself and then prove it against other players, right? You know, what sort of your beliefs.
Brilliant.
Okay, takes. So you took. That's interesting. Okay, I took with a d pawn.
Okay, so you have this f5 perhaps at some point as well.
Yeah, so strategically, I think it's just a little bit more dynamic with the d pawn.
Yes.
You get this majority on the king side, especially the e5 pawn and the f4 pawn they're very keen on going forwards, playing f5 and e6. So yeah, I think it's just a nice position so far. Okay, castles. Okay, obviously I can't play f5 straight away because the e5 pawn is hanging.
Yeah.
Okay, bishop, so I just dragon on g to e3. Okay, knight c6. c3. I guess c3 is kind of multi-purpose. It stops black from playing d4, which could be useful. And the other thing is the option is now sort of available of playing bishop, dragon bishop from c1 to d3,
opening it up,
which puts it on that nice. It's on that nice b1 to h7 diagonal, and also it indirectly defends f4 and e5. so
Yeah, no, that's a nice thing actually. There's a couple of I think last time we also spoke about what you call it, discovered attacks with the dragon bishop can be quite weird. And I mean, you just opened up the dragon bishop by playing c3, so it opens up lots of different dynamics. And yeah, very nice multi-purpose move c3.
Okay. Okay, knight h4. Okay, I think that's a good move. And black has to fight for, I think these f5 and e6 squares.
Yes, light squares, yeah.
So definitely knight h4 makes a lot of sense.
And a note to the viewers: g2 is not hanging. The dragon bishop on e3 is protecting g2, but the knight looks good on h4.
Yeah, castles. Okay. Here, if it were a normal chess, obviously black would want to play knight to f5 to sort of get that blockade.
Yeah.
But okay, here white has two pieces attacking f5, so the dragon on e3 is defending f5 and the knight on g3.
Yes.
So not quite possible.
So he has to play that sad move now, e6.
Yes, e6.
Mainly sad for the dragon bishop on c8.
Yeah, but it's interesting because obviously in this chess, there's no such thing as a bad bishop, right?
Yeah, no, it's changed color.
The great Watakubisi he's saying is finally true, right? But yeah, so it can always change colors. So even if you put all your pawns on the same color and you have that color bishop, dragon bishop, you can always just move it to a different color and it becomes a good bishop again. So
yeah. Okay, so
not an issue. Knight d2. Okay, just develops. Okay, I want to exchange that knight on h4 as well.
Yeah,
I think that's a good piece of my opponent. So if I can exchange it, that'll be nice. Okay, knight e7. That's a good move by black. I mean, this strategic battle is definitely, it's around this f5 square. And if I can manage to sort of play f5 in good circumstances, then I think white is a lot better. If black can sort of get a grip on f5 and then maybe, just sort of control things over there and then play for c5 and d4.
Yeah, and expand on the center, yeah.
Then black would be good. So knight e7 is a good move for those reasons. I mean, it sort of opens up the c pawn to go to c5, and it has control of f5. Knight f3, knight h to f5. Okay, knight takes f5. That's right, knight takes f5. Knight takes f5. Okay, so I have to be careful here because the knight will take my dragon bishop, and the dragon bishop is a lot better than the knight. So I played to c2, just getting on that nice diagonal.
Okay.
The one thing that's not so nice about that, I guess, is now this dragon on c1 is not so happy.
Yeah, it's just a bishop.
You can't go to d3.
Yeah.
You can't go to d3 anymore.
So both your bishops right now are just normal bishops for the moment.
For the moment, yes.
But the one on c2 can at least still go to e3 if he wants to. But yeah, they look pretty normal.
Yeah, they look pretty normal.
Structures.
I mean, again, if this were a normal chess position, I'd be very happy. But
yeah. sorry. I'm moving my mouse here. Okay.
Sure.
Wait.
Okay, so dragon to h5. I think that's a good.
Sorry, and then I just want to move my mouse out of the way. Yeah, okay. Here we go. So you say that's a good move, punning the knight.
Yeah, I think let's say I played like a normal move like dragon d7 or something.
Yeah.
I think knight d4 is sort of like a move that I want to make if I can.
Again, yeah, fighting for that f5 square.
Yeah, so let's say take.
And f5 again is a possibility.
Yeah, just the structure is good for me for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
Although maybe here even like c5. Maybe you can sort of hit my structure before I have chance to push f5.
C5,
because the e5 pawn becomes
dragon e3. You're supporting d4 and supporting f5 at the same time.
Yeah.
Interesting battle.
Also, both these dragons are hitting f5 though.
Okay. It's gonna be
it's also interesting. Like I don't take with the dragon, I guess. That's very interesting.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get a rook on e1 maybe and go for f5 or something. But okay.
I think long term, I mean, I think it's easier for me to play, right? I'm going to put one dragon. I'm going to put this c2-1 on d3, supports e5 and supports f5, and then play queen f3, rook a e1, and then eventually.
Okay, you're definitely for choice probably with your space that you have. So how much I'm not sure.
Yeah, I also have no idea.
Okay, so that's why you went a dragon h5.
Yeah, queen e1, c5 makes sense as well. And here I think I spent a lot of time thinking about what to do, because it wasn't that obvious for me. What am I supposed to do?
Let's see. Okay, first of all, you can just make a normal developing move, maybe dragon d2. I don't know how much there is in it. Okay, I'm just looking at candidate moves. h3 possibly as well. g4.
Yeah, that's the thing about h3, right? I want to play g4.
But g3 does get considerably weak. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. You only look at the knight and the queen's covering g3, but the dragon also is looking at g3.
Yeah, so that's why it's not that easy to just play h3 and g4.
So what to do?
So yeah, I think I played my actually I played this one, bishop dragon to b6, dragon d2, c8. Yeah, I think here up till here actually I played it pretty quickly, and I think it was here that actually I started using my time.
Okay.
Because I wasn't sure what to do. Sorry. Because yeah, g3. There's knight g3 is one thing. If I play h3, then knight g3 check is possible.
Yeah.
And how do I can't play knight h4. I can't exchange that knight on f5. I can't play like queen g3 or h4. Queen f2 doesn't. Yeah, knight g5. Does it really do anything though?
Yeah.
Queen e7.
And you can just kick your knight away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult. Rook g1 a possibility? No.
Yes, rook g1. That's what I played.
Okay. Interesting.
But I think, I mean, so after the game, he told me he didn't expect rook g1, and he thought it's a very strong move.
I almost wanted to say rook g1 is by the position almost forced. Just cancelling out the moves.
It took me quite a long time to find it though.
Yeah, that's not an easy move to find. Welcome to Booba BC. Welcome Booba BC. Hi everyone. This is exciting stuff. So yeah, welcome Booba. Yeah, so rook g1. So you're threatening pawn to g4, forking the dragon, bishop, and the knight.
Yeah, and I think it's a very big threat.
And just by the way, so you can kind of put the rook on g1 more freely. In normal chess, you would be eyeballing that bishop on b6, thinking that black can maybe play c4 or something with a discovered attack. But in this case, the dragon bishop won't want to capture the rook on g1, guys, because of course, like Henry said, a lot of times the dragon bishop can be worth more than the rook on g1. So you can kind of comfortably play it. So the dynamics do change slightly. And you know what is in? Oh no, this won't work. I was gonna say, you know what? Sometimes you can even do an exchange sack. Okay, this is maybe pushing it, like dragon bishop takes f3, but I just realized the dragon on d2 can actually just recapture. So it's not.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why it was so hard for me to find rook g1, because normally rook g1 would be just like a terrible move.
Looks ugly, yeah. Because bishop takes
f3, doubling the pawns.
Yeah.
So sort of overcoming that kind of like subconscious bias that you have towards certain moves, right? That they normally you really have to force yourself to think about certain things that you normally in normal chess you wouldn't even consider.
It's I don't know if you were a Star Wars fan or not, Henry, but I think Master Yoda said that you have to unlearn what you have learned. Something like that.
Definitely.
Boom Shaka asks here, can't black just play c4? So we just mentioned, Boom Shaka, that if black plays c4, the dragon bishop actually doesn't want to capture the rook on g1, because we consider the dragon bishop the dragon bishop's value to be a bit higher than the rook, so the rook is actually safe. Henry, if you don't mind, if you can just move your camera up a bit, we're missing the top of your head a bit here.
Okay, so it's not gonna be.
There
It's
we
gonna be a
go.
little bit tricky. Maybe I can just move a little bit
That's
back.
already much better. That's already much better.
Okay.
I was just thinking we don't want to see half of your head the whole show through. So yeah. Okay, cool, much better. Thanks. Okay,
Sure.
so rook to g1, cool move. The threat is g4. What does black do?
Yeah. Daniel, he didn't have too much time left at this point.
Oh, okay.
Maybe about 5 minutes.
Okay, he did well to maneuver in the closed position, yeah. So okay, I understand that he maybe has less time.
But here, so I'm not sure what black should do. I mean, I don't think black should be that much worse. And I don't feel like he's done too much wrong.
Maybe he should just retreat with the dragon bishop.
Yeah. Where though?
Maybe to e8 even, to maybe, because if you play g4 at some point, maybe go dragon bishop c6. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a nice idea. Okay, I mean, I would have to play g4. Otherwise, what am I doing?
Yeah. Knight, I don't know, e7. Can you go a6 is pushing for it. Doesn't make sense. e7, maybe knight e7.
Okay, knight e7. Maybe not, but then maybe knight g5 is annoying.
Oof, now the pieces are aiming.
Yeah.
And once the initiative starts, it's difficult to stop it. Queen h4 in the e6 is hanging.
e6 is hanging.
Yeah,
h7.
That doesn't look good. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so he played d4.
Okay. So he's but he's just allowing g4 now.
Yeah, he's just ignoring it.
Okay. Obviously, he wants the e3 square for the knight, but
yeah, and he's maybe hoping something on the diagonal.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's so g4. Again. So what did he play? Again, I'm not sure how much he missed and how much sort of he was just desperate. It's hard to say. He played dragon to d5. Which
I see Boomshaka also recommended d4. So yeah. Well done, Boomshaka, d4. Interesting thinking like Barish over there.
Okay, so dragon d5, again, it looks nice, but it doesn't do anything actually because my knight on f3 is defended.
Yes, that's the thing. Booba BC's got a question, or Booba ABC has got a question for you, Henry. How different is your analysis of these games without the use of engines? Now we're doing a bit of analysis here. It's fun. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it's fun for sure. I mean, in general, in normal chess, I try to analyze at least occasionally without using an engine.
Yes.
I like not to use an engine everywhere.
Yeah.
But I think the difference here between this and normal chess is, at least for now, I still don't know. It's very hard to pinpoint mistakes. Like, let me call that the biggest difference. Like, if I play a normal game against somebody, if I lose that game, I'll be able to tell you, without even looking at an engine or anything, I'll be able to tell you where the game went wrong.
Yeah.
Either I made a mistake or where I felt like the game started sort of moving in the wrong direction, or I started losing control of things. I'll be able, I mean, that's just definitely, I'll be able to do that. But here, in the games that we played in this tournament, you win, you lose, you don't know if you were winning when you won, you don't know sort of where you made a mistake when you lost. So that's something it's very odd, and it makes it hard to sort of get too worked up about it. So, you know, like when you play chess and you lose, you get upset when you think, oh, I made this stupid mistake. Why did I do this?
Yeah.
After you lose a game here, it's like, what was my mistake? you know, what should I have played?
You can't pinpoint it so easily. It's more difficult as well to improve.
Did I blunder? Did my opponent outplay me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. But I think that's something that'll come. The more you play, obviously, you'll develop a much better feeling and an understanding of what's going on.
Yeah, and
but
then
for the moment, it's still quite tricky.
I think, Henry, maybe just adding to it from my side, maybe for the fun side of this new variant is that you know, okay, once you've pushed aside the losing part or whatever, and you get past the kicking yourself, whatever the case may be, and you think about it. I've thought about it so many times, like the journey one has made. Imagine if you start a game of chess, how you learn the game and what new things you pick up. It's pure joy learning these new things in chess. And now, when you've reached a certain maturity in chess, then it becomes more difficult. You need to search for new ideas, new things to. And in this case, it's more like you in the learning stage again, to not overall, because 95% of the pieces, but still you need to learn new tactics, you need to learn new dynamics, which kind of takes you back to I don't want to say, okay, like a child in chess, or to the less mature chess player, or let's call it Paradigm Chess30 player. So it's interesting, it's fun, guys. So yeah.
And also, that sort of links up with something that Craig said at the prize giving, where he said sort of this chess, it reminds him a lot of sort of like the romantic era in chess. With things were fresh and people were kind of playing, with no inhibition, and a lot of like beautiful games were played. And I think this is the same scope. Definitely the games that I played, maybe not in the tournament so much, but the practice games I played, it's definitely, it draws you towards more, like original and more like creative chess. Like you definitely want to play more aggressive and more, interesting chess.
Definitely.
So it's a lot of fun. I think playing Blitz, it's a lot of fun. The games are pretty.
Okay, cool. And by the way, Booba ABC also asked, what about Queen D5? Is it instead of Bishop D5?
Okay.
Okay, I think Queen D5 still, there's no threat though.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but maybe. It just doesn't threaten anything, because the knight on F3 is defended by the dragon on.
Yes.
So I can just show, maybe I take the dragon, he takes my knight, I can just take it back.
Yeah, so those dragon bishops are not only powerful attackers, but also good defenders.
Yep.
Okay, so what happened after D4, dragon D5?
Yeah, again, like I didn't really analyze with him afterwards, so I'm not sure if he planned on sacrificing on H5 or if he just missed that the knight is protected. I'm not sure. Take on H5. Okay, pushed D3.
Okay.
I think that
wants you to take and then take on F3 and then take on D3 or what?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, dragon takes D3, dragon takes F3, dragon takes F3, and queen takes D3.
Yeah, I took on D3, but now I'm wondering if it wasn't just a mistake.
Maybe dragon D1.
Yeah, the other move obviously is dragon D1.
But okay, that structure, I don't know if you want to allow something like C4 and then the pawns are just blocking everything.
It seems a little bit of
an annoyance.
Yeah, then this pawn on D3 is, okay, I'm up a piece.
And,
I'm up a dragon.
Right? By the way, the knight, okay, you still have a knight left, but sometimes in this PC30, the knights, if they have a nice outpost, they can be quite powerful as well.
Yeah.
Okay, you can still kind of get rid of the F5 knight with knight D4, knight H4, something. Okay.
Okay, this is obviously good for white. I'd have to play just a little bit
longer,
slow for the timing. H3, king H2.
Yeah. Okay, so dragon takes D3?
He didn't take on F3, which now I'm trying to figure out. Did we just both miss that he can take and then take on D3?
Okay, you're still leading. You're still leading, but at least he's picking up a knight, eh?
Yeah, he gets his piece back.
Okay, but you have a dragon for a knight then.
Yeah, which should be good.
And especially that knight on F5. Yeah, that knight on F5, I would consider now more than 3 points. I'd consider the knight like 4 or 4.5.
Kasparov said for a knight on F5, on F5 he would give up his wife, right? So. But I think he meant a white knight, but
yeah.
Who cares? Yeah, no,
So,
I think he
interesting.
should have.
That would be
I
interesting.
think he should have tried that.
So what did he play?
He played knight
h4.
h4.
Okay.
So obviously he's trying on the diagonal.
Okay. Dragon e4 perhaps?
Yeah, dragon e4.
Ah, it's looking good again. Solid.
Yeah, everything's solid, right? f3 is protected twice. f4 is protected. e4 is protected. There's no more pin. My knight's not pinned anymore.
And plus h4 is now hanging for real as well.
Yeah, so I mean e4 is protected by my queen and by the dragon, right?
Yeah.
Even so. So yeah, it's interesting. Sort of. Again, I didn't see it a lot in the tournament, but it's nice when you have sort of the. This is like a knight protecting a knight protecting a knight.
Yeah.
Right? Like that kind of all of everything is just protected.
Very cool.
Yeah, so he went all in.
Oh.
I guess you could say.
What's that?
Dragon takes f4. Rook takes f4.
Okay, so he wants to take away the protection on f3. So if dragon takes f4, then knight takes f3, I guess.
Yeah, so I think that's the point is exactly what you're saying. He wants to sort of deflect the dragon on f4 away from protecting on f3.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's enough. I mean, so I took on f4, he took on f3.
He just
dragon takes e5.
Okay. Now, if he takes your queen, then you have a nice fork or a triple attack.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Like the dragon bishop will fork everything.
Yeah. So he took on d5, but it ended up being the same thing. Dragon to e6.
Oh! This is a nice picture here, guys. Just have a look at what the dragon bishop is doing. He's putting the king into check. He's hitting the rook, of course, like a normal bishop, and he's also hitting the queen. The dragon bishop can basically take his pick of what he wants to have. But tell me some. Oh, you can't even play queen e7 because it's not a It's not a knight check. It's a bishop check. So yeah, okay. Yeah. So is this the end of it, or is there still more?
No, this was the end.
Okay.
I think he called it.
Okay, so because of course you can just capture the queen, and then if he captures your queen, you recapture, and then you just a whole Okay, don't even have to take the knight technically, yeah. Move the dragon
I would take the knight.
Simplify and be a rook up. Yeah, of course.
Rook up.
Okay, interesting stuff. Yeah, guys. So I mean, this game definitely shows us that it's. I think there's a lot of features in chess, but there's also a lot of different features that Paradigm Chess30 provides us with, and I mean, this is two of the SA's top players, Henry and Daniel. I mean, these guys are at the top of SA chess, and they are missing tactics and missing certain things and so on. And I'm sure we also missed some stuff during the analysis. So the game is fresh. The game is interesting. It's it hasn't been, how shall I say, I don't know if it's for lack of words here, infiltrated. So there's no chess engines that you can use and no heavy theory to it. So it makes it fresh. It takes you back to when we're still learning the game a bit more. So interesting game there, Henry. Yeah, I think you handle your dragon bishops better than mine in this. What shall I say? This gathering of games we had.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I said, I mean it's strange.
Yeah.
It's hard to pinpoint how well you played, which is it's something that I'm not used to.
And myself and Henry, we're gonna play one Blitz game, and then we will take one of our viewers. I've decided I think I'm gonna give it to one of my loyal viewers to give it a go. Connect here on our AnyDesk program and play against Henry again. Let's see. I need to get the. Okay, so what I first need to do is just get a fresh position, reload, and get a random position. Okay, there we have it. Let's open up our clock. Okay, so why is my clock not displaying correctly? Should say 5 minutes. Sure, the clock is. Aha, okay, there it seems to be. Right. So so yeah, guys, we like I said, we had 2 small interruptions here now for at the beginning of the show and now at the end. Luckily, it was after analysis. This board that we are using, you can't find it anywhere on the websites, but you can. I actually posted the link on the title. So if you just check out the stream title, the link is there, so you guys can play this yourself. There's 3. If you click on the link, there's 3 options. You can choose the last one, which will provide you with a clock and options to take back and so on. And every time you reload, it will give you a different random position, like Henry said earlier. It's not just not just the bishops that are not just the bishops that are substituted by the dragon bishops, but also we have this Fisher random type positions where every time it's a different position. So, okay, let's see. I think everything is sorted. Henry, well, how shall we start this? Who's got the white pieces? I think as the host, I guess I'll give you the white pieces.
Okay, sure. I mean, I won't say no.
All right. So good luck, and of course, guys, we the 5 minutes aside, but all in the spirit of fun. So here we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's go.
All right. So let's see. I think I'm.
Okay. Craig told me I shouldn't play Gambit, but I can't resist it.
Okay. All right. All right. I played a few games against Lorenzo, and of course, he's one with Craig, the main creator, and he loves playing Gambits.
Oh yeah, no, I also before the tournament I was warming up with Lorenzo, and the games against him I enjoyed a lot because he loves fighting hand to hand. He's not one for maneuvering behind behind pawn behind your pawns. He likes to fight, so that was a lot of fun, and it really showed me sort of the potential for this. Okay, so what is this classical Queen's Gambit stuff?
Going straight into the Queen's Gambit, yeah.
Let's open things up.
Ooh, okay. Okay, I'll accept.
How much do I want to Gambit? Okay, let's throw another pawn in there.
Okay, so what is this, the Vitma Gambit or something?
This is like I have no idea what this is. Okay. 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 Yep, I was expecting a few moves ago. Maybe I should have played knight e3 instead of dragon to e2. Okay, let's do this one.
I should watch my clock. No increment.
Yes.
I think there's no
I'm
increment.
definitely I'm gonna try my best to flag you, Colin. Okay. Let's get the king. Safety. Take. Okay. Let's get this knight out.
As the knights are also very powerful if they get good outposts. Difficult to uproot a knight. Who's gonna get rid of the knight?
Yes, because you can't exchange your dragon for a knight like you do in
Yes.
normal chess.
I've got a feeling that I shouldn't be
Sure.
castling. So let's be creative.
The counter attack. Okay, let's get this guy. Let's go here. And it's kind of weird. I mean, I'm tempted to try and do like a banter thing.
Let's see if I can survive this game. What was played last? Knight to
Knight
d3.
f5.
Knight f5. Oh, I played knight f5. Are you ready, Henry?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, here we
I
go.
was just analyzing it on my computer, on my engine.
I wonder what the evaluation would be that the engine gives.
No idea.
I mean, for a normal engine, not the Dragon.
Oh, for a normal engine.
Yeah.
Black would be better, I think. I'm not sure.
Okay, let's see. I guess this is a Blitz game, so I need to keep on moving.
Okay. Oh. Can you really do that? Okay. Well, things are gonna get crazy, I guess.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't think I have a choice here.
C6. Okay, I guess I also don't have a choice. Right? Uh, okay, let's go back. Yeah.
Oof. Urshaka is asking, would it be wise to give up a dragon bishop for a queen? Yeah, I think that would be a nice trade. Usually I would think maybe a dragon bishop, if you can get maybe dragon bishop and something for the queen. Yes. Okay, what's happening over here? I guess I'll have to accept.
Okay. So
Sorry, okay,
no, no worries, no worries.
got you some time over there. Okay, let's see what to do.
What to do? Okay, let's go crazy.
Okay.
There we go. Check.
Okay, this is difficult. It's just technical issues, guys. I was probably busted for a long time over there. I don't think I can claim a victory like that.
That's fun. I mean, it's just fun to play.
Yeah, so yeah, wild games, guys. I think this is also a nice example. Wild games initiative is all over the place, and from some casual games that I have played, and I'm sure Henry has also experienced that the initiative can swing so, or you can lose it so quickly, and it can quickly go over to the other side. So it's heavy attacks, and it's sharp games, and there's a lot of exchange sacrifices as well.
Yeah, and I think it's something that South African players especially would be good at and also would enjoy more maybe than other players. I think South African players, I don't know, maybe I'm making a big mistake, but they like to hack. I think
yes,
and I think this is a very nice game to sort of, you can throw a lot of material on the fire.
Yes.
And as long as you still have dragon bishop left, I think it's like a dragon bishop and one other piece can be very, very dangerous together. So yeah, I think it's a lot of fun.
Yes, and like I was just mentioning earlier, like Boom Shaka said, I mean, if you can get a queen for dragon bishop, I mean, I think the queen is still a bit stronger depending on the situation. Probably I'll still prefer. So if you can if you have the queen, you can sack your queen for dragon bishop and another minor piece, perhaps that doesn't sound too bad, but it's still open for.
I think like a dragon bishop and a knight should be at least as strong as a queen.
Yes.
Except in maybe positions where the queen can check and pick pawns up or something.
Yeah. And the other thing, like you said about the hacking, this is nice because you can kind of just go all in a lot of times. But it's also interesting that if you manage to survive the middle game, like opening and middle game, and you get into some end games with a lot less pieces, it's also interesting what you can get with these dragon bishop endings, guys. Very, very interesting stuff can happen. There's some checkmates, like with the king and the dragon bishop. That's very interesting. And
that's pretty nice.
My first game against Barish actually, and it was one of my better games in this social event. Okay, I think Barish was better for quite a while in my game, and then I managed to get some funky dragon tactics in at the end. I think I had a dragon bishop and a pawn against a rook, some extra pawns on the board, and I actually made a move at the end with my king and dragon bishop and the pawn close to his king, and I realized afterwards that it's actually check. Oh, the both of us realized that it's checkmate with the dragon bishop and the king and the pawn. So the dragon bishop actually becomes very strong in endgames because it's more open, like Henry said. The close positions, dragon bishops can tend to get closer to bishops, but the more open it gets, the more powerful they become. So interesting dynamics. It's sharp, heavy games, but end games is also something that we can maybe in the future try to look at. But yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, some technical difficulties, but I think we still made it a nice show today. Boom Shaka says, thanks, gents. I would like to play you guys next time. Yeah, interesting stuff. Thanks, Boom Shaka. Thanks, guys, for actually tuning in and learning more about the game. Like I said, the title of the show has the link for you guys to go to. Just press on the link and you will be able to use this board and use the Dragon Bishops and practice it at home. And yeah, it should be quite fun. So from my side, Henry, thanks for making it quite a nice show. I think your game that you showed at the beginning showed us quite a bit of new things. I enjoyed it, and yeah, I'm gonna practice this a bit more at home. I think you should be super sharp. The tactics, it's heavy.
Thanks for having me, Calvin. It was a lot of fun. And I hope if Craig comes on to talk about Paradigm Chess30 in the future, I hope he will show his game against me, and then I'll definitely watch, and hopefully I can learn something from him.
Yes, apparently that was a great game, you say.
I don't know. I think Craig played. From my side, I couldn't see any mistakes that Craig made. So I'd be very happy just to sort of hear his comments on the game and his thoughts, and then hopefully I can learn something from him. But yeah, I think even though I lost, it was the game maybe I enjoyed the most.
Okay, cool.
And it's the game I played against him is sort of how I wanted to play the entire tournament, but I sort of tried to control myself. So yeah, no, I'd be very, very keen on seeing Craig show that game.
Okay, so the viewers, guys, watch out for that game. We'll have to show that game at some point. So yeah, thanks again, Henry, for joining us, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks, guys, for watching, and see you guys next time. I think we're gonna have another top player from the social gathering we had, showing maybe a game next time as well. So we had I Am Steel on today. Very enjoyable. See you guys next time. Enjoy your evening, guys. Thanks, Henry.
Cool. Thanks, Calvin.
Cheers.